Today's unboxing is Compass Games' newest release, I think, Action Kharkov, which I've been waiting for with great anticipation. Designed by John Butterfield. Second in the Enemy Action series, the original Enemy Action Ardennes. There is a very active Facebook group on the Enemy Action series, of which I'm one of the admins, so I'll just plug that. I've been waiting for this to come very jealously, because a lot of people have already received it in America and other people start to receive it in the UK, so looking forward to this one. I've got another game on the table at the moment, so I'm just toying whether I'm going to quickly finish that one off in as speedy time as possible. So yeah, let's have a look on the back. So it's based obviously on Kharkov, early 1943 on the Russian front. Two Soviet fronts launch Operation Star and Gallop against the German army still reeling from their defeat at Stalingrad. So it's basically an offensive by the Soviets near Kharkov, and then von Manstein came back at them. As it says there, the second game in the series, and as people who've got Enemy Action Ardennes Compass, I'm not talking as though everybody knows what the Enemy Action series is. If you don't, you should go and get it. Go and buy both of them. There's three games in one. You've got the two-player competition, and you've got solitaire play against both sides, and it's done by a series of cards, which is a really, really good system. It's a great game. It really does immerse you in the battle. Complexity medium, two-player 5 out of 10, solo 7 out of 10. Well, I would say, and I'm talking about the Ardennes series. Now, no, some of the rules are simplified in this one. Not simplified, but you've got things like roadblocks in Ardennes, which you don't have in this one, and various other things. And it's a lot of the exceptions to the rules which made it a little bit tricky to get. And the number of times I'd be playing through something and I'd think, I missed that. So I'd either have to plough on regardless, or at times some of the errors would be a little bit too much and I'd start again. But it's such a good game that you don't mind starting again. I know a lot of other people think the same way. Timescale's a bit different to this one as well. Is one turn is 3 days, whereas in Ardennes it's 1 day. Map scale 7.5 miles per hex. Solitaire suitability weight, as well as the two-player one, we've already talked about that. Interest scenario 1 hour, full campaign 12 hours. You get 3 maps, you get 1 for each, 3 rule books. Loads of counters, and I've heard that the counters are pre-rounded, so I'm looking forward to actually seeing those. Let's have a look. That's in the box. My package, you noticed it wasn't sealed. I had sort of half cellophane on the front, and the other half was missing, which looks like it's in there. So it's as though somebody's opened this weirdly. I don't know. Sure. That's all about. But Enemy Action Ardennes, yeah, you do get, which you'll see in a minute. There's 12 cards with updated. Let's see, let's have a look at that there. There's 1 or 2 errors, very minor errors on the cards for Ardennes. The one that I think I actually swapped I'm not sure if I think it missed off the Panzer Division part of it. I can't remember. I know one of the cards I'd actually altered myself, but some of the others I'd not even noticed, so I didn't realise that many. So yeah, it tells you the differences there. And then a correction to the German solo rules. There. And we've got that. Compass Games catalogue, which I need to avoid, or else I end up buying other games. I don't need any at the moment. Then we have got the cards, which is taking ages to get into. We've got German, and they don't all come into play for every game. So you've got German enemy command cards, then Soviet enemy command cards, German player command cards. These are, yeah, these tell you which units you can activate as you draw them. Yes, as you can see, the German player command will be for when you're playing as the German solo, and possibly for the two-player ones, a two-player game as well. Not sure about that, but I would think so. And then the opposite, there you've got the Soviet player command. You've got German action cards. And some more German enemy command cards. No, so put those on that one. And then German, oh sorry, they're the Ardennes one, I'm forgetting I've got that set up. Right, the backs for your counters. 1 10-sided dice. There are a few dice rolls that you do for the battles. Even though it is very card driven, you still have the dice. And we've got player aids. You do get a lot of player aids and they're very handy. You can see that one's for Soviet solo game. Then we've got another one for the Soviet solo, and that one reserves replacements. Soviet supply, it's German combat tactics. Now you're applying combat procedures, tactics and events. And then we've got same sort of thing for the German solo. So you've got combat tactics, procedures, command events, and key rules summaries for the German solo, Soviet activation steps. And how many pages have we got here? And you can see, you can see how these are pre-rounded, so no clipping. Doing nice thick cards. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got 4 sheets of counters to get through. Soviet command card display and a German command card display. So that looks very similar to the Ardennes one actually. So that's determined. The way that works is that determines when your reinforcements come in and which cards you're going to be able to, which units you're going to be able to activate each turn. And then on the back of each, you've got your terrain effects chart. I think in Ardennes that was on the map actually. It's got the Soviet rules, quite hefty rules again. 40 odd pages. A sequence of play on the back. But John Buffield's rules are really good. You can always find what you're looking for, and you can see it takes you through things quite well, and a lot of pictures as well to actually explain what he's talking about. You've got that for the Soviet rules. You've got the 2-player rules, which are a bit thinner because you don't have to explain how the AI works for your opponents. And the German solo, which looks, yeah, thickest of the lot, the German one. So I think the way this one does it, if I remember from what I've seen, is it recommends you play through the 2-player one too. If you are playing on your own, play through the 2-player one first, two-handed. Then I think it recommends the Soviet solo and then the German solo third. Now on Ardennes, I've never played the game two-handed. I know a lot of people do too, but I started with playing as the German solo, so I've never done the two-handed game, or never played against anybody else either. And we've got another player aid there for the 2-player game. Got the procedures and key rules summaries, and then we've got the maps. So this one is the Soviet solo map. Kharkov there, that's the breakthrough. Comes from here, I believe, and expands outwards. Your game turns, 14 turns, victory points, command decks, and you've still got the terrain there as well. So that is, I already said that, that's your Soviet solo map. What's this one? Next one. This one, I think I've seen it from... I may have been wrong with that because it's set up differently, but I'm not sure. Oh, I'm just waffling. Yeah, terrain on that, as you see, game turn, but this is obviously from the German solo point of view. Reserve units, eliminated units, and the map will cover the same area of the game there. You do get a lot for your money in these games. And then finally, we have the 2-player. Which does look to be a very different size. Yeah, so you've got, you can see on that, you've got your game turn at the top, Soviet victory points, terrain cost. Yeah, it's done. You can see you've got upside, you got both sides for the, to actually show the 2-player portion of that as well. So yeah, that's a bit of a smaller one. If I'm, is it smaller or not? Because I thought they were the same size. I think it's just, actually no, one's, it's a different way up, that's all it is. Okay, so that is my unboxing for this game, and I would like to say I'll do a playthrough of this, but I do find, I don't like doing a playthrough where I'm not confident on the rules, and although, as I say, it's not a complex game, there's little bits that you occasionally get wrong, and what the last thing I want to do is try and do a playthrough where I lead people astray. There's nothing worse than that. So, but I'm fairly confident this is going to be my game on the table for the next few months, and I think whenever I get a new game, I always say I'm really excited about this one, but this one I really am excited about. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. If you've liked listening to me waffle on, as I do, please hit like and subscribe, and I will be back very soon. Thank you.